Lencho was a farmer. He loved the earth. Every morning he would rise with the sun, feeling the warmth of its rays on his face. The soil was his canvas, and he treated it with the utmost respect and care. He planted seeds with care, each one a promise of life and sustenance. His hands moved with precision, knowing that each seed held the potential to feed his family and community. Lencho needed rain for his crops. He watched the sky, hoping for the clouds to gather. One day, his prayers were answered. Clouds began to form, dark and heavy with the promise of rain. Soon the first drops began to fall, bringing relief to the parched earth.
Ah, finally, rain. The long-awaited rain had come, and with it, a sense of hope and renewal.
Lencho was happy. The rain meant his crops would thrive. He could already envision the lush green fields that would soon surround him. His crops would grow strong, nourished by the life-giving rain. The fields would be abundant, and the harvest would be bountiful. He smiled up at the sky, feeling a deep connection to the natural world. But then the rain fell harder. It became a storm. Thunder roared and lightning flashed across the sky, turning his joy into concern. Lencho felt a pang of worry. The storm was fierce, and he feared for his crops. The very rain that was supposed to bring life now threatened to destroy it.
Oh no, this is too much. The storm raged on, and Lencho could only watch helplessly as his hopes were dashed by the relentless downpour.
The storm raged all night with fierce winds and relentless rain. Lencho's field, once lush and green, was now a sea of water. His crops, his only source of livelihood, were completely ruined. Lencho stood in the middle of his devastated field, feeling a deep sense of loss and despair. His family was hungry and they had no food left. The storm had taken everything from them. Lencho felt a heavy weight on his shoulders, knowing he had to find a way to provide for his family.
What will we do now, Lencho? How will we survive this disaster?
I don't know. I just don't know. Everything seems so hopeless right now.
Lencho looked to the sky, searching for answers. The dark clouds were beginning to clear, revealing a glimmer of hope. He knew only God could help him now. In his heart he believed that there was still a chance. He had an idea, a small spark of hope that he clung to desperately.
Papa, will everything be okay? Will we be able to eat again?
I hope so, my son. I hope so. We must have faith and stay strong. We will find a way through this together.
Lencho, a humble farmer, wrote a heartfelt letter to God. He poured out his worries and asked for help. His family was struggling and they needed money to buy food. The crops had failed and they were desperate. Lencho carefully put the letter in an envelope. With hope in his heart, he walked the long path to town. He found the small post office in town. It was a modest building, but to Lencho, it was a beacon of hope. He gently placed the letter in the mailbox, trusting that his plea would reach the heavens.
Please, God, hear my prayer. Lencho's faith was unwavering.
The postmaster, a kind-hearted man, found the letter. He was intrigued by the unusual address. He read it with a smile, touched by Lencho's simple yet profound faith. The postmaster felt a strong desire to help Lencho. He knew he had to do something.
This man has such faith. We must do something. The postmaster shared the letter with his colleagues.
Yes, let's help him. They all agreed to contribute what they could to answer Lencho's prayer.